Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSP Racing Live Friday night, Winston Cup Aero 88 action. I'm your host, Shawn with my partner, Milt Minter Jr. up in the booth. How you doing, Milty?
Anyway, y'all, I heard it on the X. ZZ Top, live here.
Going into the
Texas
ZZ Top
Motor Speedway.
back catalog.
Glad to be here. What's up, bud?
Oh man, it's always a great race. Always great having you here too, Milty. And yeah, Texas, big fast track, nice worn out surface. Great racing here. We ran this setup Tuesday night, and it was a hoot. It was a little loose on the first lap, but it was really racy. You could pass on the outside, and good stuff. And we got a packed field tonight. I mean, you got Dan Irvine on the pole, Matt Watkins second, Ken Hansen, Rick Johnson, Jordan McGregor, Dennis Chambers. I told you, Slim. I told you in the lead-up. We're stacked tonight. Picking a winner is it's just going to be taking one out of the hat tonight.
Stacked here.
Yeah. Jeff Hale, Dave Jandry. He was strong in practice. Puts the 51 car 8th spot. Mark DeSenza, always a favorite anywhere you go. He starts at 9th in the 3 car. Bill Yarborough, Johnny Doucette, Jeff Habbock, Bill Farmer, Joe Weaver. We were fairly newcomer to the league here.
Right on. Welcome, Joe.
He's there in the 12 car. Rick Castle, Francis Dittman, Steve Weber, series admin Ryan Johnson starting uncharacteristically far back in the field for a 1.5 miler. And Will Farmer and John Palmer rounding out your top 20. And we still got more to go with Brad Otto, Jim Margison, and Rick Bisconner turning laps. Chet Barkin taking the provisional. Dan Jones as well. See who else? Yeah, Dan Jones is going to be the provisional last starter there, as all these guys here not starting. And I've rung you up for 2 Miltisms, and I don't even have that scene up yet. That's what kind of night it's going to be tonight, guys.
That's
Milty's drinking. I'm drinking. We're going to have some fun.
Good thing we're not driving. Designated drivers, folks.
Absolutely.
FSB Uber. Brad Otto was my FSB Uber once, you know.
That sounds kind of wrong. And there you see your pole setter, Dan Irvine, practicing pit stops. I don't recommend going through the grass like that. That might get you black flagged, but here in practice, it seems to do the trick.
Grass is bad, kids.
Grass is bad and gay. So yeah, Texas, it's one of the older... Oh, goodness. Dan Irvine.
Picks tonight.
Well, I was just going to say, Dan Irvine just illustrated one of the points I was going to have about this setup, and it's loose coming out of the pits. That first gear is a stump puller, and he just destroyed that number 27 Miller High Life machine coming out. It's a good thing we don't have to go to a backup car in this game, because he'd be pulling a new Buick out of the trailer right now. There's Dennis Chambers in the 10 car.
You never heard that one? Ralph and his Buick? Yeah.
I'm not sure I know that one.
Well, you know, when you throw up, it's like, Ralph!
Oh, Ralph and his Buick. Got it. There we go. But yeah, many lines around this track. The setup is really solid. It's geared kind of low to keep the field together, so it runs kind of like a super speedway. You can't get away. You still got to take care of the tires. Yeah.
Especially on this version, less banking than what you see today.
Yeah, today they made different banking on the different ends. There you see series admin Ryan Johnson in the 59 car near the back of the field.
That's my pick tonight, man. I don't know. He was talking about fuel the other night, and I just have a feeling, you know, let's go for it.
Yeah, Ryan.
I got the 59 there. Gonna save it on fuel.
Ryan nearly snookered us at IRP last night in the trucks, but he managed to get a 3rd place, but ran the final 77 laps on 1 tank of fuel. Well, look at that 12 car. That's a nice looking paint scheme. We have not had a chance to feature that yet on a Friday night. The wingman.
Drivers.
Athletes serving
Start
athletes.
your engines.
Well, we'll have to make sure we get the right pronunciation, Joe. Weber. Okay.
Yeah. I used to work
that's
with
different than Weber. only one, only because we got a Weber in the field here.
I used to work with a Jennifer Wewers, so almost the same. And there you see.
Huge field. Been here, done that. It's been a long time, but the thing is, don't crash. You know what you got.
Don't knock the right
this
side off. Yeah, aero is crucial here.
Well, you know what you got. You know what kind of setup you got. It's a great racing setup. It's going to be loose. I would be kind of riding the brake a little, giving up spots if I needed to. Just get in rhythm. You want to stay in that lead pack to start, and then get in a rhythm, and then start to challenge what you can do on this track.
Meanwhile,
great guy that's good at that is Bill Yarborough right there in the 54.
Anyway, since you guys left the pick wide open, Slim in the chat, he took his teammate Mark. You're taking Ryan Johnson on a fuel run. I'm taking the GOAT. You guys leave the GOAT for me to choose.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna seize the opportunity. Number 15, Matt Watkins from the outside pole to victory lane. Pace car's off. Milty, you know what the people want.
Here we go! Boogie, boogie, boogie! Let's go racing, boys! Not bad.
Not bad at all as we
that's my best one right there.
Head off into turn 1. Ooh, 124, Rick Castle. Got himself a little squirrely, gathers it up.
Very scary right now. You can't simulate this in practice. Now you got all this aero around you, and you're taking different lines than you're used to. Got to be calm here and just back up the corners. If you got to give it up, give it up. Get in line and let those tires warm up.
You see Matt Watkins, true to that strategy, just falls in line. If the 9 and the 30 want to go around, he's just going to fall in, save his stuff, be there at the end.
The thing about a racer like Matt Watkins is he's not thinking what he's, his thoughts are not like he's got this handled. He wants to feel the car, and then his natural ability and skills will take over from there.
And someone to watch tonight, too, who's really stepped up his 1.5 miler program lately is that 00 car, Francis Dittman. And he's been having some real good runs in the trucks and the chicken run.
Well, he was out for several years, out the game, and getting back and getting, this is professional sim racing right here. And these guys are dialed in line right there.
And there you see him on the right side, the Dairy Queen 00 Fire Chicken, Firebird. Looks like he currently listed in the 14th spot, actually up to 13th now as he's gotten around teammate
chicken,
Jeff
boy.
Habbock. My mistake, they're not teammates, but still good buds.
Jeff Hale lined up in there in a mix of great cars right there. You got to think it's going to be all about pit stop strategy with these guys. Nose to tail, they're not getting away from each other. That top 10 right there. You go back a little farther, then you got Johnny Gisette there, wants to stay with that group, losing a little bit of time there, want to stay in that draft. Traffic is important.
And here we have a view from on top of the 29 car of Jeff Hale as he looks at this front pack. See, he has to get on the binders a little bit there to keep off the 52 of Rick Johnson, who, by the way, is another stud that was left wide open. So, any of you out there in Chatland want to pick him, that's a stock tip for you there.
Well, you were talking about the paint job of the 12 there, and now you get to see it, Joe Wheeler.
He's working on the 59.
He's new here, but he's not a rookie. You can tell instantly in 5 seconds. Guy's got some skills, and obviously he knows what he's doing. Paul and Ryan Johnson there, and Ryan's going to want to get a buddy there. Man, new paint for a lot of these cars here. Very cool. Great paint job there. Ryan Johnson, you probably paid it, 3/4.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't do that one. That's when I had done his '98 Buffalo Wild Wings car, and then we had to discard that mod. He must have picked that up somewhere else. But I do have the. I recreated the 1988 logo right before I found out we were switching to 1998. So I have the artwork ready to go to make him an era-appropriate car when I get a chance. See, the 27, your pole setter, Dan Irvine, falling backwards, and he had a handful of wheel keeping that thing out of the wall.
Dave Jandry in the 51 there, looking good, sitting in that nice lead pack there. Lots of experience and wins for this guy.
Speaking of people who were away for a while and came back, Dave Jandry apparently has a history with FSB, but it was before my time, and I've been here for, what, 5-6 years?
He's been a great dude, a great driver, and familiar paint on that car there.
Doing in front of the 51 car?
If I'm Dan Irvine, I'm not tripping, man. I mean, that point spot at the start is a scary place, and you can really use your tires up. Fall back, get in line, and focus on what you're going to do on your pit stop. That's where you're going to start to see separation here with these great drivers. Dennis Chambers in the 10, getting it. As usual, always up in front. Instantly fit right in with this stud field.
See, the 9 car gets shuffled out of line and starts to put the parachute out, fall back. And 52, Rick Johnson just picking him off. Holding steady, 3rd place.
With this version, yeah, you get on the outside there, you can get freight train.
But if you get some help out there, you can make some moves with this setup on the outside. We saw it Tuesday night in the chicken run, and I think we'll see it tonight when it gets down to, when it gets down to business at the end. Oh, we got the 59 car in the grass, through the dogleg, holds it.
That lawnmower was mowing some grass right there. No harm,
still
no
fighting,
foul,
still holding it.
Come on, son.
Wow. All right, it is lap 12, but there is your good hands move of the race. Ryan Johnson saved his car and about 20 other people's, hanging on to that thing.
He's definitely on a fuel strategy now.
Whether he wanted to be or not, he's definitely on a fuel strategy and probably gonna need some new shorts on pit stop and take priority over the fuel. Let me see if I can get a replay of what happened to Ryan Johnson in that 59 car.
We're also seeing the resurgence of the 3 car after having taking some time off and then slowly getting back into it. Him and the 29 together, both of those guys have had some time off and really seem like they're getting back to their winning ways, the winning, feeling for the car.
Right, and here we go. What happened with Ryan coming off turn 4?
I'm at a loss of words.
Into the dog leg. Okay, he got 2 tires in the grass through the dog leg, got it loose, and he did the right thing. He pointed it straight, slowly backed out of it, clamped it down the bottom. Everybody does a great job missing him. Wow. That was a brown pants moment right there.
I think he went doo-doo in the cockpit. Whoa, that thing gets loose right there at the, what do they call that?
The dog leg.
Yeah, I mean, right there. That's like never happens. And if it does, you're at full speed. You're not expecting that. He just turned the wheel a little to make sure he didn't contact the car above him, and he got loose right there.
Yeah, if you start fighting it when you're in the grass, that's when you go around. You gotta just hold it steady, slowly back out, and then just try and clamp it down once you hit pavement and merge when you're clear. So now Ryan Johnson, he has lost the draft. He's gonna have to hope for a caution. Or as you said, go on a long fuel strategy. We got 134 laps tonight.
About halfway right now.
On a fuel run, yes. Yeah, a 1.5 miler like this, you're going to have 32 to 36, depending on and how well you can stretch it. Oh, Dan Irvine definitely catches the wall there at the end of the backstretch.
The tires are starting to get worn or a little past worn. Last lap for Jeff Hale as we come to the line. Let's take a look here. Okay, so he's at 29.7. His best lap is 29.6. Not much fall off. At least that lap with that draft in line. But, you know, like with the contact with Dan Irvine, thing that starts to happen is the car will either get looser or tighter.
Yeah, you do not want to knock the right side off the car here, as I was saying before. Oh, Jeff Hill almost gets loose in the dogleg too. He checked up to stay off the 52, and I thought he was going around too.
Track there. I don't know who that was, but
I don't know, but there's no caution on the speedway. Let's see if I can find anybody spinning.
Jeff Barkin and Dan Francisconi going at it. This is great stuff. Dan, he doesn't always run the races, but
oh wow, he is. He's out there, 16 car.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned him. Scony.com, you know, the paralyzed driver we have.
We featured him late last season.
And this is major work, but this is kind of track he likes. And they just lost that draft early at the start. The field checked back there, and what they need now is a caution to stay on the lead lap.
And speaking of Dennis Francisconi, he had a front row seat to that smoke you were talking about before, as again Brad Otto just barely clips that grass and does exactly what Ryan Johnson did.
There's the Marine car right there.
Clamps it down.
1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. Man, you know, if this wasn't a G-rated, I'd love to quote Full Metal Jacket, but all you folks that have seen Full Metal Jacket, you know about that. Oh, and now I'm watching the replay. Wow, look at Brad catch that, baby.
Because he clamped it down and kept it under the blend line, it never brought the caution out.
The veteran there, Trans Am driver, just one of the great friends
we got Will
I've
Farmer
met here in sim racing over
Will
the
Farmer
years.
coming out of the
Fresno,
pits.
California.
Oh, Will Farmer got dropped and reconnected. That's why he's coming out of the pits.
Oh, no.
That's going to cost him at least a couple laps.
Yeah, we expected him to be up there in the front there. We haven't mentioned him all night. That's the last thing you want to mention is part of sim racing is internet connection.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to get to about 34 laps here, or if this is going to stay green.
We haven't mentioned Jordan McGregor in that MGD 30 car. Jordan McGregor! Fantastically fun name to say. Has taken the lead,
Very
but
cool.
he has got 29 and Jeff Hale nipping at his heels. Jordan McGregor, another one of those veteran FSB drivers that had been away for a while and has returned to our fold. He was fast right out of the gate, no matter how rusty he claimed to be, and here he is leading under the bright lights of Friday night.
Well, you are rusty, but as a veteran, you see what he did.
31.
Is he started slow, and then as Brad gets out the way there,
Yeah, he shot way up the hill. I think he kept it out of the wall, though.
smoke. I see smoke on pit road there.
I think Will Farmer that's what happened. Will Farmer brought it in and called it a day. I still had him up on the laptop, and now I just see an empty camera shot on pit road.
Well, Rick Castle just trying to stay on that lead pack. Several cars there just trying to stay on that draft and stay caught up there.
You see a 29 making the move under the 30 car with some help of his teammate, number 3 of Mark DeSenza. Matt Watkins trying to decide where the momentum is.
Jeff Hale. Man, you know, back in my day, that was the guy that you did not want behind you in that 29 car.
Well, Jeff Hale is particularly deadly at super speedway or super speedway-esque tracks, and any place where it's tough to drive on cold tires. And this definitely checks both those boxes tonight.
So, are these guys going to try to... Now they're starting to think about strategy, too. You want to undercut a little bit and maybe go 32, 33,
Let me break out
or
the...
you want to take it all... 34 is your magic number at least twice, I think.
Let me break out the FSB Racing Live calculator, aka my cell phone, and see just how I'd want to play 134 laps around here.
I think you got to get a couple 34s in there, but I'm not sure. That's why we have Smart Brother here.
Yeah,
now the 30 car going backwards a little bit, but that's kind of how it happens. And he's probably okay with that. He wants to set himself up for the pit stops. They're coming, and on the outside lane, he's not going to do that. Knows he's got a few laps here. Oh, January, real close to the grass there.
If you do 33 laps on a tank, that's 4 tanks, meaning 3 stops, assuming green all the way. That's 4.06, 06, 06, 06, 06. So you need 134 and 233s.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Actually, 234s, 233s, yeah.
Doing it for all those years.
We kind of, yeah, we get the feeling for these 1.5 milers, and that's the way you do it. I mean, that's how Jimmy Johnson made his bread and butter, was dominating on these 1.5 milers, and him and Chad Knaus had stuff like that figured out.
Earl, would you get them the hell out of the way? So you got 33 or 34. What are you going to do? There's been several different leaders, so it's not really sure what the fuel situation is. If you're sitting out front the whole time.
Dan Jones and... Oh my goodness, Dan Jones, he may have sped coming in there. It looks like a late decision to pit because he wanted to come in with the leader.
Yeah, we just got
Jordan
that
McGregor.
on the scanner. And the 06 of Fowler.
I don't like this. I don't like coming in on 31.
Nah, it's too early.
But there's also something to be said for being one of the first ones on pit road if you don't think it's going to go green all the way.
Huge slew coming in here.
Yeah.
FAL at 32. That'll get you 33 across the line. So that's your 33 there. Now
look at what Dan Jones gained there on the right side of your screen. He's coming out with Jordan McGregor. Assuming Dan doesn't get busted for speeding coming down to the pits, that was a huge move right there, because that'll get him back up into the lead pack where he was 4 seconds back.
Out comes these earlier pit stop cars. Still on the track. We got cars that are going to pit this lap, and here they are. Brad Otto and Jordan McGregor is still on the track.
Jordan McGregor's out there with Dan Jones.
Yarborough makes that 34. That could be... Oh, and Dave January misses his pit stall, has to back up.
Here comes Dennis Chambers coming in from the lead.
The 3 has to get around him and loses some time. And Bill right on his tail there, but good exit there. Really close quarters, side by side. Coming out of the pit road there.
Dennis Chambers has gone 34 laps. And so
Hansen,
he's set up for it.
Rick Johnson, we haven't...
Oh, I think Pops is around.
And there's contact with Rick Johnson in the 9. The 9 slowed down. He saw the 3 get loose there. Spin the tires. Smoked them coming out of it. That was like 3 gears. Smoked the tires. Wow. That's going to slow that whole group down right there. Rick Johnson with a great stop moving up, but they're losing track of that lead pack.
Yeah, so far, it looks like Dan Jones is still out there.
Woo!
If he's black flagged, he would have had to come in by now.
Don't see anything on the scanner.
Oh, 27.33 up the hill saves it.
DeSenza
Heck of a save by DeSenza.
smokes the tires though there. That's not going to help, and he goes way back. He's got to stay in that line right there.
Milt, are you looking in the channel? In the TeamSpeak channel?
Yep, nothing for the 9. I don't see anything.
No, not the, the race chat. TeamSpeak.
007. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I just joined randomly. Just didn't.
Okay. He's
Alrighty. Thank you, Mr. Milty. I didn't want to tab out and crash my main window.
My gosh.
Oh, I just joined randomly.
I just feel so powerful right there. Sorry there, Max, but we're broadcasting right now.
Yeah.
This guy just walked right into the. Man,
We basically had.
security.
We basically had the FSB Live version of a streaker there, and he has been dealt with by security.
Well, I'm 6'3", so
You're 6'3" and you're way scarier naked than him, I'm sure.
Yes, I am.
That second pack is catching the 10
He's got
of
knocked out there, so.
10 of Dennis Chambers. But meanwhile, ahead of them, you got Jeff Hale, Dan Jones, and Jordan McGregor. Those are his big winners on the pit stops.
We got action on the track, action in the booth here.
But look at that move
folks,
by...
This stuff is not easy. These pit stops, that just amazes me.
I don't know if you guys can appreciate how much Dan Jones nailed that pit stop to
That's
get up
a
here.
Matt Watkins stop.
That is clutch right there. I'm going to have to go back and find the replay on that, because he was 4 seconds back before this pit cycle, and there he is in the top 3. That is tremendous.
Bill Yarbrough dialed in, but that second pack is bigger than the first pack. Let's see if they can make some hay here. On the lead of that pack is Dennis Chambers. Then you got Bill Yarbrough, Rick Johnson, Dan Irvine, recovered nicely, and Johnny Doucette, which we haven't said too much about the 58 car, but this guy's he's the real deal, and he's followed up by Ken Hansen.
Here we go, we're going to ride on board with Dan Jones coming into the stop. He came in from 15th spot.
I said Fowler earlier.
This should be Dan Jones' pit stop here. Look at that, he sees Jordan McGregor coming in. He knows he wants to pit with a leader. This is a trick he picked up from me, by the way. And, just picture perfect. Nails the stop.
Well, racing against Dan before and losing, I definitely know, man, when he's on the money, he's just got great natural skills, and that's blindly. You got to get down to that first timing line. You see, even though he crossed the line over the speed, just like real NASCAR, if you get down to that first timing line, it's an average of time. If you let off the brakes and then get back on, probably gonna get busted.
And there he is, comes out right on the 6 of the 30 car.
That's what we gotta do to win a race here.
That is a phenomenal pit stop, people. That is one of the absolute best you are going to see all year long. Great move by the 007.
And this second group is not playing nice. They're racing each other hard here.
And that's what this first group wants to see.
Absolutely. You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to win.
But yeah, that's a trick I taught him when he came along. When you get 2 packs split out like this on these 1.5 milers and the truck physics where the draft is so important, you watch for the first person from the lead pack to pit. Then you come in bonsai, using them as a gauge, and try and close that gap by having a better stop than them, and that was textbook. But the second group, as you said, they are just going at it as if this is for the win. And if they keep this up, they could lose touch. And that 4-car lead draft is working together and content to just put a bigger gap in for the next stop.
And you got that guy there, Jeff Hale. And Matt Watkins all on the tail end of the lead lap in front. P20. I mean,
Now these four are all
horrible
pitted on
stuff.
different laps.
What the heck happened to Matt Watkins?
Oh, he must have gotten... Oh, yeah, he is not on the lead lap. He must have pushed the envelope just a little too much on that pit stop.
Let me
Got
take a
himself
look
flagged.
here and go back. Well, you cover the action here.
Ooh, it's really tight back there with the 3 car. Now they sorted out, but 54, the 3... Oh, who is that? They're running their Jersey Shore cars again.
I know that bothers you, you know, but you're gonna have to get over it, bro.
I can't even read the numbers on them. Like, it's bad enough that it's Jersey Shore, but I can't read... I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna assume it's Bill. I think that's Bill Farmer. But I can't read the numbers, so I can't be sure. Let me
So
see.
what I'm seeing with Matt Watkins here is a second nice. So he got a black flag.
That's
Look
what I
at that.
figured.
Look, there's so much chat with 26 cars here. Yeah, that's Matt Watkins with a black flag here. So do
Well,
not count the GOAT out.
I've seen him win from being out of fuel and sideways in his pit stall, got shoved into his pit box by his teammates, and came back from 2 laps down without the lucky dog
They
to win
know
the race.
this. This group knows this. They know they're right where they want to be. They're not going to race each other. They're trying to get around lap traffic right now, but and that's Ryan Johnson. When you're thinking about Lucky Dog, those are your 2 guys there. We're right, actually, right now, the 35 is Jeff Hale all over him.
Yeah, 35 and 59 are tail end lead lap right now, but
Tail
the
end.
the first car lap down is Chet Barkin in 68,
That's Chet? Okay.
and he is in this lead pack.
They need a caution. Oh,
In fact,
Shawn.
they're about to put 59 lap down proper.
He's not going to fight that. He realizes he had, it's still went doo-doo in the cockpit there, so then he'll be in position for the lucky dog.
Yeah, well, he knows he's got a friend in Dan there that he can work with and try and hold on to that lucky dog spot.
And plus his teammates, they're also looking at, we're in the elite group right here now. We got a chance to win this race as a team. We want the 007 to do that. And I guarantee that's what they're focusing on.
Dan doesn't have any actual official teammates out there tonight. But Ryan's got 2. 3, actually, because Ken Hansen's on there now, isn't he? Oh no, Ken Hansen's on Black Cat, never mind. Silly season, folks. It gets silly.
What is this group behind doing here? Now they're in line. They got the numbers here, and they are closing. Oh no, I just got a text from Bill Yarborough. He lost power at his house.
Oh.
And
He just cannot win.
Oh my gosh. He was right in that group, and we obviously missed. He just disappeared. He was like, I hope I don't cause a caution.
No caution, but tough break for the 54 car, who's been having some technical issues. Well, we've been focused on the same cars for a while here, so let's go around the track here if we can. Here's Jeff Habek. Let's see, he's running... I'm trying to find him on the standings board there. Is he outside the top? Oh, there he is. 16th place, still on the lead lap. But, might be the next car to fall if this lead pack catches him. Francis Dittman, who I mentioned has been having some increased success lately. He is currently outside the lead lap, looks like. Guess he did not have a very good stop. Yeah, 00's listed 23rd spot. Rough night for the Dairy Queen machine. John the Dog Palmer hanging tough, 15th place. That 108 AMC. Pops
I
Marguson.
believe that's a Spirit. Or he's gonna get mad at me because I keep forgetting the name.
I keep forgetting the
car.
model too. If it was a Spirit, I should remember that because my first car was a Dodge Spirit. Here's Brad Otto in that new Marines machine that we finally got downloaded for him tonight. Brad Otto
1,
after
2,
that
3,
slide.
4. Oh, big red!
Oh, major crash there with your second pack.
And that's John Duke's head around. Ken Hansen, Bill Farmer. Here comes this other group, Rick Castle. They gotta slow down, guys. Yeah, they got it. Hansen going again, but I'm pretty sure he's got damaged it.
What a run, boys.
Hey,
And there we
Dano.
have
Dan
Dano,
Jones in the booth. What did you
Where did I
do
come
for
from?
that pit stop?
My
You
God.
pulled a rabbit out of your hat, dude.
No doubt, man. Third place, unreal.
From 15th to 3rd on the pit stop. That was tremendous. What did you do?
Went in alone.
Well, I saw you came in with Jordan McGregor there, and so basically you took the strategy of just coming in as soon as one of the leaders came in by himself.
And no,
And
Goober told me to pit.
Okay, you were running out of fuel already at 31 laps?
Yep.
Wow. Well, I got the replay up here of what happened on the backstretch to bring this out.
Well, we've got
And you'll see
multiple
here.
cautions and failures here. Crashes and Bill Yarborough, internet out, power out.
So the 9, the 54, and the 06 just got together there in the back. Hard impacts for all.
This is exactly what you needed, buddy. I mean, now you're right up back in there. You guys were kind of shucking and jiving, racing each other there. Well, the lead pack got, well, actually, it was you were in the lead pack, and that other group, you guys were probably sitting there going, yeah, race. We'll just got to get in the line, and that's what you guys did.
So that's some severe damage to the right side of the 9 car. 58 took some heavy impacts, and 06 probably has some front end damage. So not at the
What's
not
the
what those
9
guys are
car
looking
into
for.
that 58? He kind of veered a little bit, and then they got back into each other again.
Yeah, it looks like they made minor contact coming off of 2, and it just started that hospital wobble. You know how that goes sometimes. The first contact gets you both swerving
180
around
miles an hour,
yeah, like Yarborough and Allison at Daytona there, and you come back together and get hooked, and around they go. I'm sure there was no intent there. It's just a racing deal. But tough break for all 3 of those involved. But yeah, again, Dan Jones, this definitely plays into getting you back on sequence with everybody.
Yeah, where did Dan Irvine come out of the pit so fast? He take 2?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. No, I would be actually. This after that many laps on the tires.
Yeah, me too. And he beat me and Jordan out.
Steve Weber into the top 10 there, the big cactus.
It's possible McGregor slid in too close to his stall.
Dave Gendry had issues on pit road, but still bringing up the top 10. You got Steve Weber, P9. Rick Castle, very Rick Castle-like run. Just smooth and not making any mistakes. And now he's in the top 10, P8.
And we got Dan Irvine's pit stop on the inset here. He took 4, but he had that number 1 pit stall. That's what did it. It's the number 1
Wow.
pit stall that
Yeah.
helped him.
It does big time.
Yeah.
Dennis Chambers, P7. Rick Johnson, the other GOAT, P6. It's a P5. Jordan McGregor, P4. Jordan is, man, he's the real deal. Dan
sure
sitting
is.
there, P3.
Looks like the lights are
got
off on.
anything for you there, Dan, before you go green here? I guess not, you know.
He's concentrating.
Sorry, I was concentrating. Yes.
That's all right, bro.
What'd you say?
Q Bratch, got anything for you going forward here?
They just told me just hang in there, don't panic. A lot of laps yet to go.
Yeah, you've got the track position. You just got to keep the right side on that car and nail those pit stops again, buddy. And hopefully we'll talk to you again later.
Yeah, take care. Thanks, guys.
Good luck, Dan.
Lap cars down below, 4 cars. They're going to give way and try to battle for the lucky dog. Mama, there goes that man, Jeff Hale. This is the Jeff Hale we knew and feared back in my day. He is 100% back here. Slim Jim Gately's got to be going. That's my buddy right there. That's my bro.
Dennis Chambers at the back of the field here.
Pace car is off. Getting close to the halfway point here.
Both Dennis Chambers and Matt Watkins are all the way at the back of this line. Ryan Johnson's your lucky dog, takes the tail end. Ooh, Dan Jones loose on the top and looks like 31 loose on the bottom. Chet Barkin, Rick Castle. Hard impact to the outside wall.
The lap cars get
35, 10.
And, oh boy. Green, 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 and yellow, yellow, yellow.
It looks like there was some blinking on the 31's part.
Somebody's on fire there.
We got the replay up. You see a 31 goes into the turn, pushes up, loose, blinks out, 68's down low, 00
That's
collected,
Brad,
124 collected, 06 is in it hard, 124, 59 clipped by the 99 coming through there.
Red Auto's on fire. Pull that thing off. I know you're a Marine, man, but still driving around, leaving the snail trail there. Oh my gosh. That barking. That's a hard lick. You got punched in the face there a couple times. Red Auto's still on fire. Going back to the pits. Can't believe that thing's running. Pit stops for the damaged cars. What are we looking at? It's fuel strategy.
Looks like Matt Watkins in the 35 didn't hit too hard. He should be okay. I think if you at least top off on this pit stop,
Oh my gosh.
you're on a nice, neat strategy to the finish. Yeah, Chet Barkin has retired the number 68 car. Severe motor damage from that impact.
They put that fire out in the 31 pit stall, but I think they're done.
And sometimes cautions breed cautions. And that's what we saw here. You know, lap cars, you know, caught up in there.
Tough luck for Rick Castle. Just a well articulated race there, and it just didn't work out for him. Not done yet, but definitely had a chance at a top 5 there at least.
A few cars at the back of the field hitting pit road as we predicted. You hear the leaders clutching right now.
You know, we were in pit road there, taking 4 tires. Not sure what happened to him there.
Lady Perez joining us there in the YouTube chat and asking why there's a caution. Well, right on the restart from the first caution, there was car got loose, blinked out, and triggered yet another caution. Some heavy damage. A few cars retired from it.
How about Jeff Abbott, the 101 Tower, U.S. Army. Trying to get into the top 10.
Surprised we haven't seen more cars hit pit road, and there you go. The 10 of Dennis Chambers at the back of the field. Figures he'll top it off this time by.
Dog down pit road.
And Dog's a big fan of topping off when he can.
Dave Jandry starting to move back up again here.
We haven't talked about him much since the launch here.
Yeah, and that he had problems in pit road. He had to back up.
There he is in that 51. I believe that's Illumina. Oh no, it's straight up Oldsmobile template.
Steve Weber, the big cactus, just doing what he do, and that's race within his limits and use execution to move up to get great finishes. Former champion here. That's how he did it. Rick Johnson in the red box car. Mama, there goes that man. He a coming here.
So we are not quite at halfway. 66 laps is about where they expected
Pace
to be making
car
their
is
second
off
pit
here.
stop.
2 cars on the inside. Off the lead lap. Golf car wants to work his way back into the lucky dog here.
Ooh, Francis Dittman on the apron.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
McGregor takes evasive there. Great move by the 30 car.
00 still saving it down low. Yeah, there's a back up into turn 3.
Irvine for the lead. And Irvine, he pushes up. Mr. Cold Tires there, the 29, is having nothing of it. I don't think so. Drives it down in there, which is what Jeff Hale do.
Well, 52, Rick Johnson is just breathing all up and down the neck of the 007. Our in-race reporter, Dan Jones.
Well, you know, that's what Rick does. He can be mild-mannered Clark Kent, or he can be Superman. And he can turn that switch. That's what great champions do. And that's what he does. Talk to him. He's just,
Oh, caution, caution back out.
Caution is out, and the pace car is out. caution-free cautions.
And whatever it is, it involves Rick Castle again.
Yeah, Rick had that damage.
Oh, it looks like he just came off the corner loose and got into the side of the 59. Then collected Dog. Dog had just nowhere to go.
Once you have damage like that, the car is junk and they have retired. Tough luck for Rick Castle. They're always clean, but once the car's, well, let's see. Did he get some help or?
Oh, he may have had help. I initially thought he got loose, but we'll see when I roll around to the Dogs on board. That's too close to call, and that's why we don't call him.
Oh, well, yeah, we're announcers. I'm watching on a delay, so I'm going to take a look right now.
Looks like Slim Jim's checking out. Thanks for watching, Slim. We'll catch you next time.
Oh, boy.
Hope to see you out here again, man.
The car on the inside looked like he got into him. I didn't see which car that was.
That was the 59 of Ryan Johnson. That would be your pick, so that's your fault. Another great pit stop, this time under caution for the 007, looks like he'll come out second.
Rick Johnson was in his stall kind of sideways there.
Once again, you can hear our leaders clutching coming out of pits. They're going to try and get every drop of fuel they can out of this.
For the 007? Q branch give him 2 tires?
I don't know, let's see. He's pitted so far down pit road here. Which is something that helped him on that first pit stop, by the way. He had nobody back here to worry about.
Well, that's generally why, they want to either get the pole or you want to get the last one.
He took right sides, as you see him drive by my pit board, which is obviously not being used as I'm up here with you. You like my green guy pit sign?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I've been using that since 2001. Every time I tried to change it, I'd blow past it.
That's what I would do, is I would use the same one even if it didn't jive with the color of car I was running, because I was just used to that stall. Like if I ran, Trans Am versus stock cars, I'd still have my stock car flag out there.
I've seen that watching like nationwide races or whatever they are these days, Xfinity, and guys making just a couple starts a year, they blow past their pit stall the first time by, and they get on the radio and yell at them to go get their cup pit sign so they don't do that again.
Well, you're used to it, and you're also doing a lot of things. Your eyes are looking down at the speed limit and looking back up, looking down, and then you got to, in a split second, you have to eyeball your pit stall.
Parallel park at highway speed, basically.
And you want something that you can switch your eyes, look, and there it is.
All right, lights are off on the FSB pace car.
As a driver, you also, by this time of the race, you know where you also think about where you qualified, where your stall is versus the guys that are around you. You also think about that.
No, absolutely. It's one of the most vital things to do
okay,
in happy hour.
I know he qualified better than me, so I know, because when you're going down pit road and you're side by side, you're like, well, if you're on the inside, you're not worried about it because you got your stall's going to be first. But If it's the other way around, then you almost have to back off and get behind them because you know you got to turn in first. You know.
Okay, so we're gonna have, yeah, we're right at the halfway mark here on this restart. So all these drivers, they're clutching, they're looking to make this on one
Francis
stop.
is still clawing here. But
Yeah,
we'll have to
Francis.
see what the 000 car has left with some damage. It's a handful.
I don't think he
He's
took
gonna
any
have
hard
to-
hits.
He should be good then. And he knows that. He's a veteran, so if he had a piece of junk out there, he wouldn't be out there. He'd park it, you know. Dan Irvine
Green, green.
takes your lead here. How about that Miller
It's the
27
Dan and Dan
car?
show up front.
Guy
Matt
good.
Watkins looking, oh no, that's the 83. Steve Weber looking a little squirrely through. Oh, goodness, I think, was that the 007 smacking the wall? It was. And into the, oh, this got another caution.
Hard leg. Another car around. Weaver gets through that, but a lot of cars won't.
Caution flag is out.
Ken Hansen again in the tornado.
Sorry,
It
boys.
was just not a very good start for the 007 as he's joined us up in the booth there. Tough break, Dan, as we're watching the replay here. Looks like, okay, in reaction to the 00 catching the apron and coming up.
He did that last time too, and I should have known better.
Yeah, and then he had a handful after that after knocking the right side off, and then just
Yep.
the cars all around you coming
Ah,
through.
man.
Just a tough break all around.
Bomber, dude.
Oh well, that was good fun racing up until that point, and bring back that Chevy next week.
Absolutely, that's a good piece. It didn't get wrecked too hard. It should be primed and just put a new body on it, and it'll be ready to go for the next 1.5 miler.
And I get Shawn to paint me a new job, and yeah, he'll be back and ready next Friday.
Sweet. We'll get the Pony Express fab shop ready on that one.
Just save this file like we're supposed to, and yeah, how's it going up in the booth tonight, you guys?
Well, it's been definitely an interesting race. The that pit stop of yours sure created some drama.
Yeah, we got plenty of beer, that's for sure.
I got whiskey. He's got beer.
Awesome.
Nobody's got horses. A lot of horses
In fact,
on the
I
track.
need to get another one. I'll be right back.
I left the bottle on the table next to me here, so I can just pour them as I go. So if the words start slurring a little extra, you know what that's all about.
That's good stuff on a Friday night.
Hell yeah. So, you got a feel for what everybody's got out there tonight. Who do you think's your favorite of what's left to take this one home?
I think it's going to be between Jordan and Dan Irvin.
I'd say that's a good pick. Those have both looked strong all night. I can't count Matt Watkins out, as he has gotten himself back onto the lead lap after...
Yeah, and DeSenza.
And Descenza, never count him out. Actually,
Johnson.
is Matt Watkins on the lead lap?
Yep.
Oh, there he is. He's in 5th. Trying to read the ticker on the top of my OBS preview on the small monitors. Kind of hard sometimes.
Hale's creeping up there. Ryan Johnson's back in the lead.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson might have an incident on him. Not sure. Not going to call it one way or the other, but yeah, he's battled back from being a lap down after getting knocked out of the draft early on.
No, and I thought, it's going to go green the whole race. I couldn't believe it, and we were so far ahead of everybody.
Yeah, that was just a
I was
mammoth
happy
pit
right where I
stop.
was. Yeah, sometimes it's better to start at the backpack.
Yeah, it was because you got all those clean pit boxes around you. Like, you had me in front of you.
Yeah, I know, right? So you got clear run getting out of there. This track is not as bad as the track the other night. Last night, I think it was, or the night before.
at IRP.
Yeah, I think so. It was really tight, and
Yeah, I was enjoying that #1 pit stall at Indianapolis Raceway Park for sure. I didn't have to worry about anybody in front of me.
well, you got a first place too, buddy. Congrats.
I did manage to hang on to that one. I was fortunate enough to make the right pit call at the end. I'll move to the front and haul on to it. Got green flag stops in at the end of that race too. Other people having
Wow.
some problems. Ryan almost stole it on fuel.
Lights are still on, but real quick,
They
I
are.
just want to say this is a typical what you get here at FSB, and that's there's Dad Jones. I'm sure he's disappointed, but he just jumped right on here and just started talking racing, wanted to hang out.
Looks like we got Bill Farmer too.
Sportsmanship and you know, I just love that. And yet, you know, I'd be bummed, you know, but you get over it and you act like grown men and typical. That's the kind of people we want here at FSB. And
Well, lights are out atop the
good job
FSB
there,
pace car.
Dan. You know,
Thanks, Milton.
love you,
Appreciate
brother.
that. I learned it in this league how to be a nice guy,
Yeah.
so that's what it's about.
Oh yeah, because he was a mean person before. You know the reputation
Well,
those
you know,
Canadians
when you're
have.
on your team channel and you're racing, let me tell you, folks, these guys don't get this good without being ultra competitive people.
Well, I've
And
heard
I'm
Dan
the
in the team
same
channel
way.
plenty, and
Oh,
believe me, he pretty
man,
much
dude,
just
I'm
like,
telling
you know, I'm a little upset, Shawn.
you know, F-bombs are rolling, you know, but in public and how this league has lasted for 16 years, and while you got a full car field tonight, it's because everybody knows they're going to come out here and race. If they make a mistake, they're not going to be disrespected. You know, that's.
We're about to
We'll
bring this
get
back
him
to
next
green as our series sponsor, Bill Farmer, joins
So now
us
we
in the
got a
booth
race
as
here,
well.
Dan. Let's get some.
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, thanks for joining us, Bill, and thanks
What's up,
for
Bill?
sponsoring the series.
Oh, you're
Got that
very
Farmer
welcome.
Brothers contract logo in the lower left corner of the screen for you all.
So I was.
Pace car off.
Yeah, didn't turn out so good, bro. But
Mm-mm.
and Will having internet problems or
Yeah, I have no idea why he got unhooked like that, but
It just happens, unfortunately.
you know, I couldn't dodge them all tonight. I was dodging wrecks the whole night.
Yeah, I saw one finally caught you square there at the
sometimes
end.
you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
I was having a good run. I was really enjoying that setup. It was nice. And it didn't work out. We'll get them next week. I got to get out of that Jersey Shore car. I had
I
that.
tell you, that's the
I had
problem.
that. The problem is I had that set up.
Listen, grow up. Off here.
I had that set up for the demolition derby, and I never changed it. That's
Oh
why.
no. Yeah, anytime Snooky's involved, it's just nothing good can come of it.
Dan Irvine just blowing out of the gate here. Like a
Dan
man
Irvine's looking good.
possessed.
Meanwhile, Dennis Chambers charged through the field and has latched onto this lead draft pack, looking to get himself back up front and reassert himself in that 10 car.
Oh, and there goes that man, Greg Johnson, the quiet one, the drummer, the body man, the family man, and the, I don't know how many damn championships this guy, but he got a lot of them.
All of
Got
them.
like 6.
29 looking underneath the 51 here.
Now,
And again, give a call to Dave Jandry there in that 51 from the couch to the top 5.
That 35, my brothers. Who's that guy? He was a lap down on the tail end of the lead lap. Who's in fourth place right now? Think you're kidding me? That's Matt Watkins.
Bit of blinkage out of the 3 car there. Ooh, settling down hopefully as Rick Johnson, unfazed, stays right on his bumper. And they're going to make the move on Dan Irvine.
Jeff Hale. Dave Chandry, a little tiny mistake there, but not too bad on pit road. He's back in the hunt there. Dennis Chambers showing he's every bit of what these guys got.
Yeah,
Let's
Dennis
do
Chambers
this.
is really fast, really patient, really smart, and really clean.
How about the 12 of Joe Weaver? We were talking about him earlier. The car was clean. He was a lap down. got back on the lead lap. He's got some
Absolutely. Give a
skills.
call to the 12. He is in fine shape.
The venerable one, Pops Marguson.
Pops, where'd he come from? I thought he was
P9.
toast. Yes, this late caution is
He's
recent
so old,
caution.
he's invented toast, you know.
Oh, we're
Ryan
going to tell him you
Johnson
said
in
that.
P10. Ryan's got damage, you know that, but Fuel Boy, it's going to be a little bit hard at this point to try to pull that fuel thing out your yin yang, but you never know.
Yeah, I think everybody's good for fuel on the way, the rest of the way here.
Well, 84 of 134.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make one stop rather. That's
They're
what I
gonna
mean.
have to
Not
make one more
not
stop
good all
here.
the way on fuel. Good for one stop
Right.
from here. I'm sorry. Matt Watkins has found himself shuffled back a little bit there, now behind the 10 car of Dennis Chambers.
That second group, Rick Biscotter, Jeff Havoc. Just the evolution of Jeff Havoc here. Just never giving up. Having some tough nights. But a good character dude.
And he's racing with his right hand, barely usable anymore. After a mysterious injury, kind of cramped it into almost a claw. But he's still out there, working the towers. He works from the ground now and sends the guys up the tower. He's working on his RV, painted that sucker tower orange today.
Yeah, I hope
And
I
he's
can
still
do
out there
that
racing with us.
with tile someday where I can point and tell people what to do, but I don't think so. I still got to get on my knees, folks.
Yeah, pointing and telling people what to do sounds like your dream job, Bilty. Meanwhile, D-Rocket is D-Leader as the 3 car and the 29 work their way around the 27.
This is just a who's who of studness. These guys all through this field here. It's just crazy. NASCAR 2003 is an old simulation. And, people are flocking to FSB. Still getting 20-plus car fields. Still getting great racing, great sportsmanship, and a great deal for next to nothing out
Take
of your
that,
pocket.
iRacing.
Absolutely. I spend a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
But I got it. So.
Yeah, because
God,
the Fenway,
thank God,
the Fenway and Roush Fenway needs your money, right?
I ain't got that kind of money.
John Henry.
So now what you gonna do here? Okay, I've raced against pretty much all these guys in the top here, and what they do is save tires.
These are the 2 battles on the track, the lead pack and then this second group of 3 here with Tower, Bandit, and Biscuit.
What's going to come down to, if this stays green, is tires are going to start to go the way. Who's going to be able to make the move late in the run? And then, of course, one more pit stop if it goes green. And you got that guy in the 35 there, a lap down, now back. And what does he do when it's money time? He nails that green flag pit stop.
Well, he got bit the first time. I mean, yeah, he's one of the best in the business, but he still pushed it. He pushed it too far.
Okay, next time he'll push it just a little bit less, but the thing about that dude in the 35 is he has no fear. He
And that
sees what
3 car.
he needs to do. If he needs to save fuel, he'll save it. If he needs to drive the pants off the car, he'll do it. If he needs to nail that pit stop, he's not afraid. He'll win, lose, or draw, but he's not going to do it unaggressively. I guarantee that.
And I promise you folks, next week on FSB Racing Live, we'll show you exactly what car pants look like that Matt's driving off these things. Ka-ching!
Mark Pacinza back on what he do. And
Well,
he is terrible to have in the lead.
I tell you what, man, these front four
not
aren't
worried about
saving
fuel.
squat.
He ain't worried about fuel. None of them are. And he's got the pedal to the metal. Got the air on the nose and the wind in his face right now. Rick Johnson up to P2 there. Remember me? I signed your autograph on your hat there a while back. I got some skills, you know. You're sitting in this pack right now. You're thinking, wow. I got this guy around me. I got this guy. I got this guy. Holy cow. And I'm sitting right in the middle.
Meanwhile, Francis Dittman's working on that 101 car. Looks like he's going to make a move through the dog leg. Thought better of it.
The 10 car, Dennis Chambers, run up front, ran back a little bit, worked his way back up to 4th place now. And he's got something to say about this. Joe Weaver making a move on the 29. Can't make it go, but him and Dave Chenery going at it there. Dave's going to go in the back there. That's kind of how it works here. You want to take that middle to, you don't want to stay right on the line, but kind of do. Now the 3 is getting dogged by
They're so tight through 3 and 4.
He's fighting on the outside, but he's using up his tires doing that too.
Yeah, to hell with the tires. You're going to pit in the next 10 laps anyway.
Well, this is an evolution of setup that I've probably never even driven. In fact, I know I haven't. So, a lot tighter setups probably back in the day. So you're seeing these guys being able to hold that bottom and then use the draft to pass on the bottom instead of the top. This is trying to battle side draft and try to find a way to get back in line, and he does. Now it's too wide through. Oh, that's close.
Jeff Havoc having some serious connection issues there in front of the 00, and we almost lost him. There we go as they get around the 83 of Steve Weber. And the window is open. The window is open with 34 to go this time by. I predict we'll see cars coming in the next 2 to 3 laps, and it should be their final stops.
And that's the thing. You want to make it 2 or 3. Who are you going to partner with? There's no really team dynamics there that I know of.
Well, the 3
These guys are all spread. I'm sure Rick Johnson and Matt Watkins are probably going to work together.
Yeah, the teams are all spread out right now.
Looking at the scanner.
The closest teammates we have right now are the 29 and the 3. Oh, he squeezes in front of the 10 there. Does the number 3 of Mark DeSenza. Well, Ryan Johnson falls into the clutches of Francis Dittman for 11th spot. Moving Tower Jeff Habek up to 10th. Someone's on pit road, not from the lead group. Saw them as we drove by the pits there.
I'm not sure if Rick Johnson's even on the radio. Looking at the team speaker, I'm not even seeing his name. Oh, he's definitely winging it by himself, that's for sure. Ryan Johnson pitting.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see Rick Johnson connected to any of the channels. He may have gotten dropped at some point. See a 3-car looking low.
During the race, there's really nothing he can do about it, and he is in the lead, so... But he doesn't need no stinking help. And we got Mark DeSenza going down pit road.
3-car on pit road, and oh, he went in hot. 51 Dave Jandry following him in.
These guys are feeling the pressure. They know all these studs they got around them. They got to nail this stop. Jordan McGregor, Ryan Johnson, 29 is pitting. Rick Johnson, what is he going to do? He is pitting too. He can't signal. He can't wave out the window. Rick Johnson in the 52 down pit road. Smooth, executional, professional championship. Wow.
Mark DeSenza, real fast pit, 68 at the line.
And that's the advantage of pitting by yourself. Rick Johnson did, and the 30 of Jordan McGregor having trouble getting into his stall there. Might be a problem with the gun there or something. Huge trouble for the 30. Oh my gosh. Rick Johnson comes out and he does beat that group. Where is Matt Watkins? Where is the 35?
Where's
me?
The
Here he comes. Here he comes.
DeSenza just passed him, didn't he?
Is the 3 going to have to pit again, though? I mean, 68 at the line. That's pushing it even for hot pitting.
How many laps left here?
You're in the window. You're so
33 laps
right?
to go. Ken Hansen sliding down pit road.
Is that Steve
car
Weber?
Down. Steve Weber. He came in hard.
Here comes Matkins out of the pits, and he is going to come out ahead, it looks like.
Matt Watkins.
Nails it.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the momentum. They're going to get him on the outside.
Defending low.
But to no avail as they just
go
right on around. It looks like we've got ourselves a 5-car battle to finish this out.
Gets in line, which is what he needed. Ultimately.
Oh, maybe 6 cars. I believe they just picked up Dennis Chambers as well.
Another good driver.
Absolutely. Chambers is on the end of that, though, and he's going backwards. Can he stay within 1.5 seconds and catch that draft? As they still try to...
Oh, we may be just outside it.
It's even where the 35 sitting right now in Daniel 3.
Battling there.
Yeah, 10 needs these guys to get at each other hard and do it right now. I don't think he's going to be able to hold it.
Jeff Hale feeling it. Rick Johnson with the money smooth stop. Like, wow, that's like gumbo right there, man. Just smooth.
Ah, hell, looking down low. Go on.
Oh, yeah. He gonna go for it. I guarantee you that.
Got the 3 on, right pushing him.
Yep, teammate push through the dog leg here is 29 and 3. Get around the 27 of Dan Irvine and set their sights on the 52.
52 with the air on the nose in the lead. I like his chances.
And Dennis Chambers.
He knows how to defend.
Dennis Chambers has officially lost the draft, as he is now more than 1.4 seconds back.
Great race for Dennis, but man, I mean,
coming in by him, staying out by himself that extra
stops.
lap, and coming in by himself just cost him too much.
Rick Johnson, Jeff Hale, Mark DeCenza, D. Rocket, Dan Irvine, Matt Watkins.
Well, Ryan Johnson has battled his way back to a 10th spot.
You got a 5-car battle here. That's it.
One caution will change it all.
What is Matt doing here? What is Matt doing? Why is he laying back?
No, it's really hard.
He's
when
trying
it's
to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sitting in that position, I tell you, it's really hard to close up.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't have a tail draft. He actually wanted Dennis Chambers to catch up there, but to no avail.
You're not getting sucked up. You need somebody behind you too.
He needs either what we're about to see right here is the 29 peaks low and backs out of it. He needs these guys to race, or he needs someone else behind to help him, finish closing that gap to the 27. You see that here a lot. You see that at like California, Michigan, even Indy sometimes. At least with these truck physics and the big, fast, very little time off throttle tracks.
19 to go, 18 to go.
Only other battle on the track here is, actually it looks like Joe Weaver and Jordan McGregor, as well as Steve Weber.
What a fantastic race for the 12, though, even though he's not, I mean, these are professional dudes that nail these pit stops. Like, you can't believe it. I mean, you're sitting there, I'm sure the 12's sitting there in the car right now going, just what the heck just happened, I know what I'm
happened.
Doing, man.
What happened is that you just made your Friday night debut, buddy. this is how we roll on Fridays. It's tough.
Unbelievable. I mean, you're talking, hundreds.
Meanwhile, they are going hot and heavy.
They're going to tenths. And
up here for the lead.
Now Watkins still hanging on there.
Just by a thread.
He was caught up also. Don't forget, he was caught up in one of these wrecks. I don't know how hard he was hit, but any arrow, especially if you're on the tail of a pack, can start affecting you. And it looks like it's taking its toll as he is unable.
What he is at the top of his game still, and still shows that he is here for business. Just a few races in this season, I expect some W's from this guy. You think?
Mm-hmm. I think.
However, there's
the 12 got a little squirrely off too there.
There goes that 52
Jordan
right now.
McGregor.
What are these guys gonna do? They're gonna gang up on him.
I hear.
He's looking low. You're seeing where the passing zone is in the turn 1 right there, Dan. You were out there tonight with this setup.
Here we go. This is what Matt wants to see.
Driving it in there, it makes the move, it looks like. Comes back into turn one here. This is the place where you want to veer off, it looks like, and try to make a move. This time the 3 defends low. Gonna start thinking about defense here. And offense. And trying to tag team the 52. 52 is his line. This guy's got a book, and Ryan Johnson was talking about that. These guys got books, man. They got info. They jot down notes about, I got beat this way, or I made a mistake this way.
Well,
they
27.
opened that book up,
27 is working on that 29 of Jeff Hale. Dan Irvine wants to get in there, break up these teammates if he can. He's trying to get in there in the dog leg every time by.
I think he's working with the 29.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! He worked him into the wall.
Oh, hard impact for the 29. Dan Irvine's going to have to take that one and go to the back.
Caution is out. What do you do now? Lead lap in the lead. Got to get tires. Got to get tires. Got to get.
Oh, we're going to take this restart with about.
You got to get tires.
About 6, 7 to go, tops. Maybe even 5.
Who's gonna? You get 2 tires? I think you get 2.
Oof, man.
Stay out. What's Rick? Now Rick Johnson's in the lead here, so it'll be 9 to go. If I'm Rick, I might be staying out, man.
And most of the times we're watching these things, I'm like, man, I wish I was down there with them. But right now, having to make this call,
what do you do?
I don't want to make this call.
Tires are going to be help, and it's going to be help if you have other guys doing the same thing. So then you got 3 or 4 guys getting 2 tires. And
I think that they have made.
What does Rick do?
They've made most of a fuel run on this set of tires. I want 4. I'm calling it. I want 4 tires.
All right, Rick Johnson. He looks. He's feigning, and he goes in. Not much of a fake there. Now what are they going to do? So they're going to get tires. What are they going to do? Then, you have this group, Dave Jenry and Dennis Chambers back in the mix here, along with Dan Irvine. If I'm them, I'm getting 4.
So we're watching them all.
Behind. Dan Irvine has to go around.
Oh, he has to move forward in his box too, Dan Irvine.
Spot.
Definitely 4 tires for the 52 car. Rick Johnson. 4 tires for the 27.
Well, he was
35. 35 may have taken 2.
2 tires, Milt. Come on, get 4. And I was like, yes, sir.
There you have it, the 27. Oh, 27 had to take an end of longest line anyway, so it didn't matter. Never mind. That's also a new rule here this season at FSB. We're calling it the Incident Accountability Rule, where if you caused a caution, you gotta claim it. You gotta give yourself an end of longest line on the ensuing restart. And yeah, that's definitely not what Dan Irvine wanted, because now not only did he take a fellow competitor out of a potential good finish, but now he's got to give up his own spot and move to the back of the field.
I like that. Because it doesn't leave anything unsaid. It's handled right there.
Yeah, we're working some kinks out of the process. We found some loopholes pretty quick, but it's a good.
It always is that way.
It always is, and it's a good. It's a good way to keep you thinking about it. And
if you talk to Jim Ray, I'm sure he could tell you every time we thought we had something figured out, there'd be a loophole.
Oh yeah. And by the way, one of those best loophole finders is right there in front of the 52, Rick Bisconer. some of the things he's figured out before in the past.
Well, you don't know till you know.
Don't know till you know. He didn't break any rule. Just found the part we didn't cover.
That's the whole evolution of this league over us running NASCAR 2 and NASCAR 3 and not even thinking we knew a little bit about what racing was about. We didn't know. And then as it got bigger and bigger, it just was a constant, evolution of, a lot of rule changes. I can wave my hand and say thank you, because I got in trouble for that. Okay, you can't do that. All right.
It's like that meme,
Can't say that? Oh, okay.
It's like that meme, when what you did yesterday is the reason for the safety meeting at work today. Yeah. Lights are off on the FSB Corvette pace car. We are gonna have 6 to go. It's gonna be restarting on lap 127, right?
What is going on
No,
here?
on lap 128.
Francis Dittman is in P1 here. Did not take tires. He stayed out. And he is rolling the dice.
Yeah, we're gonna have 7 to go. But
Never
I
give
think
up.
he only has to hold on to this for 1 or 2 laps and hope for a caution, and he can steal this. Because if the caution comes out with 5 or 6 laps to go,
Are you kidding me?
I could end it. He may have just stolen this race. We're going to see how this plays out. But another new rule this season, we no longer have no passing to the backstretch. So Rick Johnson and Matt Watkins and Mark DeSenza, they're all sizing these guys up. Wondering which way they want to go and try and pass these guys.
Too. Come on, get some.
Yeah, those 2 cars, they stayed out. So they're on old tires. They're up front where they're not used to yet.
Man. Come
Accident
on.
waiting to happen.
Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, this
Ruin
is
these guys' dreams right now.
this is where you can steal one, or where you can end the night in heartbreak. Spins the tires, the double zero right in front of the.
Wreck in front of the field. And that's horrible.
Gee, I didn't see that coming at all.
4 cars get through. That's definitely what
That's,
they didn't want to do.
3 incidents. Right.
Francis Dittman, 8,500 winner, smoked the tires and horrible. Habik, got into him, but wasn't his deal, so he's still out. Now in P5 there because he got slowed down there, but
Rick Johnson is listed as your leader. With Matt Watkins second, we might still get a chance to restart this.
and the caution is out. Could go green with 2 to go. Got 4 laps or more. Could be good. And we're at 4 laps or more. We're right on the cutting edge of whether or not this is going to go green. I think it is. 5 to go.
Well, yeah, the caution came out with... The restart was with 7 to go, so caution would have been taken with 6 to go. I think they can get this
Could
going.
be good. Have 2-lap shootout. Well, I mean, you got to roll the dice. Sit down or get off the pot, you know what I mean? But you don't want to wipe out the field like that. So, sure, they feel terrible, but got to go for it. That's why we're here, you know? I can guarantee you that's exactly not what Francis wanted to do. But he wanted to win this race.
Here's a replay there. He
just spun the tires. If you're not out here to try to win, then you should do something else. You should play tiddlywinks or ping pong or, miniature golf. I don't know. You know,
Oh, those can all still be played competitively. Yeah.
well, absolutely, but you know, but you don't want to blow chunks. You know, and, so I'm sure he feels terrible, but that's racing, folks. My dad was a real race car driver. You want to talk about disappointment? I could spend hours talking about the ones that got away for him. You know, that's
Well, Dennis
real,
Chambers
real
has found
stuff,
himself in third. Jordan McGregor back up to fourth. If we get this thing restarted, we could hit a real barn burner here.
It's going to be restarted here.
Alright, lights are still on the pace car. I think we got to get them turned off next time by to get this in.
FSB NASCAR crew cleaning up that track. We're going to go green here.
Yeah, if this was a real race, it would have been red flagged while they cleaned that mess up, because I think they would have needed the mop and the bucket for Francis there, as he took quite a tumble upside down against the wall.
Like
ice cream everywhere.
Like Nirvana, a mop and a bucket and a book about
nothing at the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds.
Birds, that's it.
No, that was actually a Meat Puppets song that they did on Nirvana Unplugged.
Man, thanks for I got a buzz going here.
Yeah, so do I, man. But you're talking about the music of my generation.
I love that song, man.
Oh, that was a fantastic album.
I was actually singing that at work the other day. An illustrated book about...
Yeah, I love the way it's an illustrated book about birds.
Guys are looking at me like, man, this old man's crazy.
Oh, and his version of The Man Who Sold the World on there was fantastic. Well, part of that, they did a lot of covers because, you know...
well, guess what,
they wanted
folks?
to.
You see that pace car?
Yeah.
Lights out.
Lights
Lights
off.
are out.
Right on.
We gonna get something right here.
We're gonna get more than
This
one
might
lap
get ugly.
in here.
This might get nasty.
This is what the fans came for.
Nobody's gonna die, so that's important. Yeah, but they're about to get serious right here. What a great race! What a great field! Thanks for the fans showing up. Watch it. You can watch it again on YouTube on your big screen. Got a show.
Alright, we got Jordan McGregor on the right side of your screen. We got the camera locked on Matt Watkins in the 35 on the left side.
You know, Jordan has battled and I had a mistake there on pit road, but still battled back. And
by the way, Dave Jandry in the 51 has reappeared in the picture.
These guys want to get on the post race here, get on the podium. I'll pour some Budweiser on their heads. You know?
These guys' last minute picks here. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, dude, man, that's my guy right there in the lead there.
Okay.
I had already picked the GOAT at the beginning, and then
don't
Matt
spin
Watkins.
the tires here, but these guys got winter tires, great start.
Yeah, these are all freshies up here.
Going for it. Nope. Nick Johnson knows how to hold that line.
Oh, McGregor makes a mistake of grabbing fourth gear going into turn one. You want to keep third in this setup. Maximum speed and 35 down to the bottom. Picks up the draft to the 10.
Here it comes. From days of yore, it's the 35 and the 52. You look at the records at FSB Racing, they're at the top.
White flag in the air.
These two men right here are at the top. The first time I met Matt Watkins was like 15 years old.
Jordan Ray.
Chambers got a huge run. Huge run for the 10-car Dennis Chambers.
Chambers 3 wide.
Chambers might pick up second here.
Watkins has got the momentum up top. He's got the draft from McGregor. the
What a finish.
line. 52, 35, 10. Rick Johnson holds on to it. They've killed Milty.
Lost a lot of races to those two guys, and these guys just lost a lot of races to these two guys here. They're good.
That is definitely a Miltism. That's your 16th registered Miltism of the night. And Rick Johnson, your
What a
winner.
fantastic show. Are you kidding me?
A really big show.
A really big show.
You're too young for that, Shawn.
I know my music history, man. I know all about
Dave
Ed Sullivan.
Gentry is a love tap.
Music.
there
That
at
was
the
a.
end
He was a. What was his name again?
Ed Sullivan?
Yeah.
It was a variety show, but it was very
Ed
important to the
Sullivan.
development and history of music because, you know, the Beatles debuting there, lots of bands, you know, you hadn't made it until you were on the Ed Sullivan show, and right now, our variety act is the donuts, celebratory donuts for Rick Johnson. And there you have it, folks. Short celebration from the 52 car for a wild finish. Had to dodge the wreck on that initial restart, got through it, held off Matt Watkins. 0.087 seconds is the official time. Margin of victory. With Dennis Chambers, third place, only a tenth of a second back. Fantastic race. We're going to send Milty down to get our podium finishers, see if they'll have a word with us.
As soon as I hit the porta potty real quick, I'll be right back.
And then I'll keep running through the field if I can here. First, I'm going to try and get a picture of this photo finish here. Yeah, look on board on the 10 car, Dennis Chambers. You see how close? Just that little fender sticking out with the Goomba, little mushroom dude from Mario. On the left front fender there, that's how far Matt Watkins was ahead. And there's your aerial, your overhead shot. Photo finish for second spot. Matt Watkins gave it all he had, still came up short. Meanwhile, Jordan McGregor brings it home. Fourth place, top 5 rounded out by Dave Jandry. And meanwhile, Milty hits the porta potty and gathers up the finishers.
They need to clean that thing, you know. Just like the work site, you know.
Hey, so there were our standings coming into the race. We'll see. We'll update that when series admin Ryan Johnson updates the points. But Slim Jim Gately had the points lead after last week was our de facto start after our troubles in the scheduled week 1. Should fall back pretty far now. I'm guessing Matt Watkins will be your new point leader. And followed by Dennis Chambers, and gonna be real tight there with Rick Johnson. He was only 3 points back of Matt coming into this, and with the win tonight, probably most laps led as well. Should be a good points night. And thanks for sticking it out, Barrett McKay there in the YouTube chat. I know you're tired. I'm tired too. Probably caught me yawning a couple times here. Had nothing to do with what's going on the track. I'm just tired. And, unfortunately, I lost the rest of the standings there. I didn't get a chance to save it before the server kicked us. Next week we are going to be at Hattiesburg, I do believe. which unfortunately I'm not going to get a chance to broadcast as I will be at a wedding. Also, unfortunately, I have to go get a new suit because I've expanded a little bit since the last time I wore one. Let's see if I can get the schedule up here. Yeah, next week, October 4th, Hattiesburg. Will be off the air as I attend a wedding of my cousin, Colette. Followed by Boston, not to be confused with South Boston. This is Boston. This is a fictional speedway. We haven't run it for a while, so bringing it back into the fold. Sears Point 2000, October 18th. Halloween weekend kicks off with Talladega BR on the 25th. Then we go short tracking it right after that, just kind of like they used to back in '88. Go from Super Speedway straight to a short track. North Wilkesboro 2004. Dover, Nazareth, North Carolina, aka The Rock, and then close it out at Indy in December before our holiday break. And actually, after that, we'll have a makeup race from Michigan, make up for the problems we had on opening night. And here we go. We got Milty gathering up our podium finishers here. Everyone but Matkins. Did he opt out again? Milty's not talking to me.
I'm trying to drag his ass up here, but there we go.
Well, you got to catch him first, and I know you've been trying to do that for like 15 years.
There we go.
There we go. All right, we got our podium up here. First of all, Dennis Chambers, great run there. Had to keep digging. Looked like he lost the draft at one point. Tell us about your strategy. How'd you lose the draft the first time, and how'd you fight your way back up there?
Yeah, obviously lost the draft with, I probably stayed out at least a lap too longer than what I did, but I was looking to kind of stay out there for an extra lap or two just to have that extra lap or two of tires. And then as far as kind of digging back, if you will, it was just kind of, I tried to stay patient the first half of the race, and I don't know, from what I was seeing, I wish could have seen a little more patience out there. I thought there was a lot going on, especially the first half of the race, and I was just trying to kind of stay out of everyone's way and kind of ride and like I said, just kind of stay out of trouble. But like I said, it just seemed like there was, nobody in particular, but it just seemed like a bunch of them were out there that didn't really have that intention. So, and then of course when the caution came out there toward the tail end, that helped me tremendously, and then at that point it was just, to kind of see what I could salvage for a finish.
Awesome. Well, nice, patient, perseverant finish there. That's what we're used to seeing there, and good job, Dennis, falling back to that top 3 finish. Matkins, first of all, did you have damage, and what more could you have done with the 52 there at the end?
Yeah, it didn't say damage, but it was weird. Like I couldn't pull up to those guys when I was behind them, and luckily that caution come out, and I was gonna restart, but I think I would have been toast after like 3 or 4 laps. But I think that's all I had was second. Rick knew how to drive it, and it was gonna take a miracle to get by him. So for all I did tonight, second, it feels pretty good.
Yeah,
you dodged several bullets out there.
I mean, you were like selling hot dogs there for a while. I didn't even know just like what happened. And
well, first
I was told that from not running recently. Dan was talking about when you're the last guy on the pack, you don't get the draft from the guy behind you, so you'll lose, especially with this setup.
Well, it looks like you're caught in that limbo spot where you're about 0.6 off the guy in front of you, but no tail draft, so you're just kind of stuck there.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because I really didn't hit that hard in that wreck, and it showed damage, so I didn't think I had any. And then at the end there, I was kind of keeping on Rick. So yeah, it probably was what you guys were saying, because I was 6/10, and that's all it's gonna do.
Yep, that's the pocket at these tracks. 6/10 back with nobody behind, and you're stuck.
Well, I mean, you went from a tail end of the lap down there, and you got your you didn't go a lap down. Then what'd you have, a pit road penalty or that first stop?
Well, the first stop, Francis came out, and I was looking at him, and I clicked like 48, and I knew that was it. So I got caught speeding, and then
Yep.
I turned off my tires, thinking I had to pit, and then I did a drive-through. So the next stop, I didn't take tires, I had to pit again. So I did some stuff, and I had fun. So
Oh, I've done
it was
that
a very
too.
entertaining
Oh
race.
God,
Well, absolutely.
I have screwed myself on that one too. Turning the tires
I
off.
gotta get
you know.
Comcast to come out
Yep.
here and figure out my Wi-Fi, because I want to watch that on my big screen, But if not, I'll watch it on my. This is the race I'm going to watch again on my YouTube, even if it's the computer. But
There you go.
knew when you came down there and there was that man in front of you, the 52. I was like, this thing's over, dude. I mean, he's going to defend. There's no way we're going to get around him. Rick Johnson, man, he just did what you do again. And there you are, P1.
Anytime, Milt. Good to be back up here again.
Yeah, I think I don't know if Ryan's updated the points yet. Let's see.
I see.
There it is. Rick Johnson is your leader. 1 point ahead of Matt Watkins and 2 points ahead of Dennis Chambers. So your top three tonight are exactly that order of the points too.
Well, you're seeing that cream of the crop. They're definitely. Hopefully, you guys will be able to make all the races, and we'll get this kind of show every week. There's going to be some other guys there. Slim Jim Gately was definitely talking some trash there watching the broadcast, so he'll be back. And I think he said something like he owns you, Matt Watkins, or something like that.
Well, yeah, and Rick Johnson in the provisional points lead, and this would be your first championship, right?
No.
More like your 50th.
Well, what a great show you guys put on. Great. If folks don't know how hard that is.
That intense, lap after lap, keeping off each other for the most part. The fuel strategy's playing out, tire strategies at the end, dodging wrecks. It was a great show, everybody, so thanks for coming up and talking to us. Thanks, everybody, for joining us out there in YouTube land. And, of course, thanks to my partner, Milty. Couldn't do this without you up here in the booth. And our series sponsor, Farmer Brothers Contracting, Bill Farmer and the Farmer family. Admin, Ryan Johnson. Series promoter, league promoter, Sam Young. Thank you, everybody. And I won't be able to join you next week. I'll be at a wedding, so I'll see you in 2 weeks at Boston, not South Boston, Boston. And then from there on to the rest of the way out, finish this season 35. So thanks for joining us. And for FSB Racing Live, I'm Shawn Reap. Good night.